Welcome to KSP. This is beta 0.90. This is going to be my first flight into actual orbit. It's not the second flight, it's actually the second flight ever of the career. It's actually the fourth flight because I wanted to maximize the amount of contracts I could pick up to get money before committing to doing the orbital test. I had the capability to do the orbital test before this, but just wanted to try to do it in a way that made sense. So, who's our crew member today? We're going to bring Ep2. This flight should hopefully advance him to level 2, so he can hold prograde and retrograde headings when I have SAS toggled, which makes moon landings and making orbital sense pretty easy. So let's go, shall we? Now, the first video I discovered I had a problem with raster prop monitor looking kind of funny on my display, so I got rid of it. Void makes raster prop monitor a little bit superfluous anyway. I should probably change that color while we're at it. What color we got going on here? Change color. Yeah, let's do yellow. Yellow works. Yellow works fine. If I wanted that low light vision thing, I'd go with red, but yeah, not really a big deal. So we should probably have throttle up about that high when I stage. A little bit, more or less. So the contract I have today is get into orbit. I also had test a Rockomax back booster on the pad. I figured sure I'll use that as my first ascent stage. Going a little hot, so let's just start our turn now. I don't think I need to actually throttle up any. Oh yeah, I do. Time to apoapsis was dropping. I like it going away from me. So we still don't have the ability to plan maneuvers or to see patched conics, which is the ability to see when your orbit intersects another celestial body, and it starts showing you where your intercept is with it and all that. So this makes moon trips a little bit more seat of the pants than we're used to. Players who used to play way back before maneuver nodes and patched conics were a thing were like, hey, this seems oddly familiar. Those of us who picked up the game after those features were implemented are in for a rude shock. So that's currently where I sit now. I've played older versions where you don't have maneuver nodes. It's difficult. Okay, let's just go ahead and stage off and get a little bit of burn here to bring us up to 80,000 kilometers, roughly speaking. We'll time accelerate our way out of atmosphere. Yo, Jeb, why are you tumbling for, man? I guess he thinks that's pretty funny or something. So we'll go to 20 seconds from our AP, and then we will burn. After we fix our orientation. Whoa, settle down there, guy. Don't have a lot of battery power to be messing around with flywheels. Okay. So ETA to apoapsis is dropping slightly. It's okay. There's plenty of time. Need to pick up another 400, 500 meters per second, and then I'll be in orbit. I have plenty of delta V on board. So yeah, this thing is actually a little bit overkill for trying to get in orbit, but the back booster really did add a lot of oomph to this thing. Got the rest of the rocket into space. This rocket I'm using now, minus the goo canisters, is essentially the same as Flight 1B, which was the final flight of the first episode. Alright, 110 versus 78. Not very cool, but oh well. And we get paid. Sweet. Alright, so now that we're up here, we've already got orbital science data from crew reports and a goo canister, which I don't have a goo canister. So what we're going to do is we get a little bit over the crater, between the crater and the desert, so we'll do a deceleration burn. That should bring us down near KSC. So let's go ahead and speed this up. I do have some data down here. This is the remote tech stuff, which doesn't do anything for me right now since I haven't even unlocked a probe to use it at all. Although we do see KSC is lit with a red little dot, which kind of makes planning where we have to be a little easier. If it's on the night side of the planet, we can always tell where it's at. It's a nice feature. Let's do retrograde. Alright, my computer monitor has decided to troll me and has the volume slider shown up over the, oh, wrong button. Quick, we can fix that. I got spare Delta V to carry. Alright, that is a little bit, that's okay. Somehow this, I got a used desktop monitor. It was a hand-me-down from a friend of mine who didn't need it. And it doesn't have the aspect ratio I wish it would have. It's not 16 by 9. Is it 16 by 9? I think it's 16 by 9. So it currently, because of its age, I think the little buttons down at the bottom right, it's like volume adjustment, the menu, the auto adjust, all that fun stuff. They like tripping out and thinking they've been pressed, even though I haven't pressed them for quite some time. So the monitor will trip out and say, I'm auto adjusting. I'm like, dude, you don't need to auto adjust. I didn't hit a button. Stop doing that. It's a little irritating. Minor annoyance. Okay, trying to adjust your attitude with time acceleration is interesting. Let's see if it'll hold it. A little bit of perturbations, but not too bad. Alright, if I don't toggle my parachute, I should glide over the mountains. I say should. Yeah. Once I feel like I'm safely over the mountains, we'll go ahead and toggle the chute. It's a little close for what I like, but okay, looks like we're kind of in a hilly area. Oh, my monitor's it's going away. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit risky since this isn't quite over the mountains, which I'd hoped. This is in the foothills. Like over here would be a great spot, but that's not where I'm going. Yeah, after this video is done, I'm going to have to go kill this episode short so I can beat the tar out of my monitor near where the buttons are at, because that seems to somehow help it. Okay, let's throttle down. Let's do 5 meters per second. Oh, crunch! That did not work very well. Well, at least I got the engine. That's the expensive part. It'll come to rest eventually. It's alright. Since we are in the pad, or on the ground, we can get some... Whoa. Whoa, hey Jeb. You are being ran over. That's all we need is the capsule going away. I forgot Kerbals weigh 90 kilograms by themselves. Store the data, and we'll get an EV report while flying. Because why not? We'll get a crew report from here. Why not? We'll recover this vessel. I'll have to recover the engine separately. That's worth a bit of coin. The fuel tank would have been nice to recover since it had all that propellant still in it. So 88 science total. That's enough to get one more thing. Oh, right. Advanced to level 1. Now, I can cover that. I got a little bit of money. I have 160,000 monies. I would just call them monies because I think it's humorous to call them monies. So yeah, not enough for that. I could upgrade that, but that's really... Okay, if I spend all my cash, I can do patched conics. If I do this, which is, I think, what I need to be doing, I can go... I can do EVAs in orbit, which I think is what I want to do because I want to send up somebody else into space. Alright, so I got 88 science. Solar panels. A's batteries, Science Junior, magnetometer, battery banks, universal storage bay. This is like a small itty-bitty cargo bay. Science Junior, which is the same as this. So, you know what, we're going to go for that one there. If I had only 1.7 extra science, I could pick up another widget like a fairing. Pick up launch stability clamps. Pick up the FLT 800 fuel tank to reduce part count. Or use the A's tank. So yeah, I'm going to call this done for this episode now. When we come back, we're going to do some more orbital science by putting ourselves into a polar orbit so we can spam EVA reports all over Kerbin. And after that, I think we can consider going to the moon. Although I might wait until I upgrade this building so I can do patched conics. Because being able to see patched conics is very useful. I'm trying to think what I could do to... Is it this one here? Oh yeah, I can't even transfer resources between parts until you get this upgraded, which is all sorts of funny. Anyway, that is a wrap for now. Thank you for watching, and you will have a good day.